Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to download, install, and set up Genie Voice Command for 3D Coat. So it's a pretty simple process. It takes less time than I'm showing you in this video. It's much quicker, so don't worry. Okay, so first thing you need to do is you need to go to genievoicecommand.com. And then you need to go up here to trial versions. Now there's 3 different trial versions of Genie Voice Command. There's one for ZBrush, there's one for Maya, and there's one for 3D Coat. And obviously I'm going to show you the one how to do it for 3D Coat today. Okay, so click on the link for 3D Coat. And then you want to scroll down. These are the instructions on how to install it, but I'm showing you in the video of how to do it. So you won't have to read all that if you don't want to. Okay, so the first thing you want to scroll down until you see the download button. You click the download. You want to read the license agreement, and you have to agree to it before you can download. And then you just click download. And once it's done downloading onto your hard drive, you want to click on anywhere around this area here, in this gray area, in order to close this window. Because we need to get back to this window so that we can highlight the key that we're going to need. So just highlight it, copy it with Control C, because we're going to need that later. Okay, so now we go to our downloads folder. Okay, so here's where I have it downloaded to, and it's just going to be a zip folder. So you want to extract it. So you just right mouse click on and extract all. And it's going to create a new folder. And you just double click on it to open it. And inside here will be the setup exe file. Now if this video is, depending on when you're watching this video, you might have a slightly different name here. But okay. But anyway, you want the setup exe file. Okay, so depending on your version of Windows, you might have to do this slightly differently. I'm on Windows 7 and I have administrator privileges, so all I have to do is double click on it, and then it's going to give me this security warning, and then I just click run, and then I have this. Okay, if you have Windows 10, you might have to right mouse click on it and run as administrator, or depending on your administrator privileges. So and then you see I don't get that other warning, it goes straight to here. Okay, and you just click yes. Now we're in the setup wizard. Now I do have a little warning here that you should close 3D Coat if you already had it open. It's not 100% necessary that you do that, but it's usually just a good idea if you're running into problems to have it closed before you install it. But you don't necessarily really have to, but it's just kind of good practice. Okay, so then you click next, and here we come to the license agreement again that you can read, and you have to click accept in order to move on in the installation process. And you just click next. Now here's the product key. This is where it's asking us for that product key, and it should automatically be the cursor should automatically be blinking in that input field right there. So you can just click Control V on your keyboard and then click next. Now this is asking you where do you want to install it, and you have to install it in your scripts folder. So by default it should take you right to where it needs to be installed, but if you had installed it in a custom installation folder, it may not show you the correct scripts folder. So you want to click browse, and we'll pretend like it wasn't showing you the correct one. So it's in either Documents or My Documents. On Windows 10 it might say just Documents, but I'm on Windows 7. So you can either double click on here or click this little triangle to expand it. So I'm just going to double click, and then you want to scroll down to where you see the version that you're going to install it to. This is for version 4.9, so we can expand that, and then you click on the scripts folder and you click OK, and then you click next. You can create a desktop icon if you really want to, but I'm not going to. And then we're going to install. Okay, so now what this is telling you is it's saying that it's finished installing all the files onto your computer, and that where those files to start the program are located. They're normally located here in your Start, All Programs, and here it is right here. Now if you had given it a custom name, it may be lower down here in your startup folders. But because the default name is 3D Coat 4.9, you're going to find that it's near your normal ones. So it'll be close to it. So, but if you want to give it a custom name, you can. Inside this folder, you'll find this is the file that you click on to start Genie Voice Command, and if you ever want to uninstall it, there's the uninstall. Okay, so now that we know where that's located, now it's just telling you to click the next button for the final setup instructions. So you click the next button. Okay, so in here we have our the things that we need to do in 3D Coat to make Genie Voice Command work with 3D Coat. So you have to follow these steps, and you only have to do it once. We're really just setting up a hotkey, and you only really have to set it up once. If you for some reason lose your hotkey, you'll have to do it again, but it only takes a few seconds. But once you set this up, you don't ever have to worry about doing this again unless you lose your hotkey. Okay, so you need to start 3D Coat. So you would start 3D Coat and the version. Now you have to do this for each version of 3D Coat, or maybe you don't. I think maybe you only have to set up once. See, I have two different versions of 4.9 in here, but we would be doing it for this one. And so let's come back to here, and I already have 3D Coat started. Okay, just for sake of speed, so you don't have to sit there and wait for the program to start while watching this video. I've already started it here. So okay, so if we come back here, if you need to come back to the instructions, just click on this icon down here. And okay, so we started 3D Coat. You need to locate the scripts menu at the top of your screen, which is right there. You need to then click on it, and then once it'll open up the menu, then you want to click on Run Script, and then you want to navigate to where your scripts folder is located. And most of the time, if you haven't changed your location for whatever reason, it will pop up automatically 99% of the time. Then you're going to double click on the voice command.txt. You just double click on it. Then you go back into 3D Coat, and you click on the scripts menu again, and inside the scripts menu will be a new menu item named voice command.txt. Then you just hover your mouse over the voice command.txt in that menu, and then you click your end key on your keyboard. You just press it and release the end key on your keyboard while hovering over the voice.txt inside the menu. And then you press the letter G, just the letter G. Do not hold down your Shift key. Do not hold down your Control key or Alt key. You just want to press the letter G. And so now I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do those steps right now. Here's the scripts folder. I click on it. I click Run Script. Okay, it automatically took me to my documents to where it's located. I had an original one. I had another thing in here, but all your custom scripts will be in here. But this is the script that you want that was installed. And so if you didn't have that, if it was in a different location, you would just click on Documents, scroll down. See, this is an older version I have installed. Here's the version you want, or the version that I'm installing. So if you have if you're watching this video and 3D Coat version 5.0 is out, and you've downloaded the trial version for that, you would click on that instead. But we're going to double click on that, double click on scripts, and here we are. So you just double click on it. Okay. Don't know why that popped open. But anyway, so you just click on the scripts folder again, and you come down here, just like I showed you before. Just hover your mouse over that, and you can see it tells you the instructions when you hover over the mouse. It says press the N key and then define the hotkey. So we're going to hit the N key, click the N key button on your keyboard, or key on your keyboard, and now it's telling you to press the hotkey that you want, which is just the letter G on your keyboard. No shift, don't hold down the shift key, don't hold down your alt key, don't hold down your control key, just press the letter G. And now you'll notice that we have the letter G on the keyboard. It looks like it's uppercase, but that's okay. It's just the letter G. Okay, so now we have our it all set. Now, when you close Genie Voice Command, that will save that hotkey. If Genie Voice Command, if 3D Coat crashes, you may have lost the hotkey. I'm not sure exactly. On Maya, hotkeys are only saved when the program is actually closed. I'm not 100% sure if 3D Coat is the same way. So if your 3D Coat crashes for some reason, you might lose your hotkey. So if you ever lose your hotkey, if you ever notice that this does not have the G next to the voicecommand.txt, just reset the hotkey. And it has to be G. In future versions of Genie Voice Command, I'm going to make a version where you can set your own hotkey, but right now, as of the making of this video, it has to be the letter G as the hotkey. Okay, so now once you have done all that, we can just come back to here and click OK. But this is saying the last step is to, now you can start Genie Voice Command from your Windows Programs folder. Oh, and note that the very first time you run, or each time you run a new Genie Voice Command, for the day, if you close Genie Voice Command and you restart it, the very first time when Genie Voice Command starts and you give it a voice command, it takes a few seconds longer than normal for it to respond to it. But once it does the very first voice command, once you start Genie Voice Command, then the rest of the time that the program's open, it'll respond much faster. Okay, so we're just going to click OK. And so let's start Genie Voice Command. Let's do a quick little demonstration. So I'm clicking that, going to my All Programs, and here's my Genie Voice Command, and I click that to start.
Genie Voice Command trial version. Voice control ready for 3D code.
Now normally I ask it what time it is. What time is it?
12:16 p.m.
New scene? Smooth. Grow. Fill. Blob. Airbrush. Build. Extrude. Grow. Autopo. Select. Relax. Relax. Or I can just press the letter G over and over again, because that will repeat the last voice command that you did. So if you want to relax it a bunch of times, you can just press the letter G on your keyboard a bunch of times. sculpt, UV, render, tweak, paint, retopo, okay, so that was just showing you a quick demonstration of how fast you can actually work using your voice. I pretty much went through that all these are there, you know, in every room. Now there's been a few updates and a few things added. So I think I have like 99% of everything with the voice command. You know, so you can just say carve, and what have you to get these different tools. I think this is stroke 1, stroke 2, stroke 3, stroke 4, stroke 5, you know, all the way through these. And let's see. So yeah, so in the menus, you can also, all these are also in there. Almost all the menus, you know, whatever the text is in here is usually what the command, the voice command is. So if we were in the paint room, you can say brush, you could say pencil, you can say airbrush, you know, you can say color operations tool, I believe, or it might be just color operations. You can say height adjustment tool, you know, all these are in there. You can say this is fill, or you can say fill tool. I think you can also say paint bucket, but I'm not 100% sure. You can say wand or magic wand. You can say eyedropper. I mean, all these are in there. You can say create new layer. You know, these are all in there. You can say export scene. You know, auto-po. You can say instant mesh manual, instant mesh auto, I believe. There's auto-po with ptext. I mean, you can say all these. You can say merge visible. I mean, all these are almost all these should be in there. It's been a little while since I've updated Genie Voice Command, so things that were added in more recent updates may not be in there, but I will be going through and updating. But 99% of the stuff that's in here is in here. You know, you can do it with your voice. You can say freeze. You can say unfreeze all. You can say sharpen freeze. You can say invert freeze. You know, all these store freeze state. You can say all these things. You can say view. You can say flat shade. You can say flat shade all, which is more of a Maya term. You can say relief only. You can say smooth shade or smooth shade all. You know, you can say all these. So that's how you know what the voice commands are. Is they're just pretty much what they're labeled in the menus or labeled on the buttons. So awesome. So that's how you download, install, and set up Genie Voice Command for 3D Coat. And I gave you a little quick demonstration. And hopefully you'll like the trial version and you'll want to buy it. It really does make working a lot faster. You can say front to get the different views. You can say front, left, right, top, bottom, back. You know, you can say orthographic on to get the orthographic view, or orthographic off to toggle between. And I think you just say orthographic and it will toggle in between these. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've used it. But I know you can say orthographic on and orthographic off. Or just orthographic. Should switch toggle between those. So, and you can say wireframe. And just saying wireframe will toggle between the wireframe view and turning on and off the wireframe. So you can say, which is the same as, so you can say, so you can say wireframe, and that will toggle between wireframe view, or you can say wireframe on, wireframe off. So awesome. So that's how to install it. Quick little demonstration of it. I hope you like it. I hope it makes your work in 3D Coat go much faster. You know, you say, well, you saw me. I said clear selection to deselect things. So so hopefully you'll like it and you'll buy it. I need the money. So awesome. Have a great day, and I hope you really enjoy it. Thanks. Bye bye.